See the fireworks on the skyline all over New York City. That is unbelievable. Alright, let's get out of here. I don't think I stopped the test doing that. Okay. Alright, so we've already loaded our information. Brian, would you get our IFR clearance to DC?
I'll get our IFR clearance to DC.
Clear to Charlotte International, radio vectors via Robbinsville and then south. Climb and maintain 10,000 and expect flight level 380, 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 135.9.
That's a saved route. That means there has to be other saved routes.
Expect runway 31 right for departure.
Let's see.
Delta Airlines 559.
Kennedy clearance, Delta 7673. We'd like to request our IFR clearance. We have Quebec.
Clearance on request. Stand by. Delta 7673, cleared to Reagan. Radar vectors Robbinsville. Then as filed. Climb and maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 30010 minutes after departure. Departure on 125.7 squawk 7637. Expect runway 31 left.
Seven 637 squawk. Okay. Okay, back to our flight plan. So if I have all that information from the flight plan and FMS plans, okay, so I've got all this information here. Okay, when I take that, is there somewhere else I can have it that benefits me? Like it's, let's find out. Okay, so let's go to the aircraft, Embraer 175. Names, objects, sounds, anything. Nope. Nope. Not doing it. There is not another place for it to be, as far as I know. There's not. Right, so our destination here is KD.
Kennedy clearance, Speedbird 1968 at stand Charlie 29, ready for IFR to Manchester.
1 second while I grab the paperwork.
Clear to Manchester, radar vectors merit, Dennis file, climb maintain 5000, expect flight level 370, 10 minutes after departure. Departure will be on 125.7, squawk 5266. And the runway is 22 left. Thank you, Speedbird 1968.
Speedbird 1968, heavy, read back correct.
We're going out on runway 31 left. On actually JFK 5 departure. Our arrival is going to be on runway 19, which is a RNAV-Y. We're coming in RNAV. There is not an approach transition for that. Okay.
I'll grab that clearance. Give me just a minute.
Clear to Atlanta via the course 5 departure, then is filed. Climb maintain 4000, expect flight level 360, 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 125.7, squawk 1525, and expect runway 31 left, Delta 2170 heavy.
Delta 2170 heavy, read back correct.
Center of gravity is 17.9. ZFW is 64,310. I need to change that to something less, say 240. Okay. Our takeoff performance is, let's see, our numbers here. Bury the takeoff in the flight plan. Still going. There it is. Okay. That took a while. Alright, so our flaps are set to 2. I really prefer the takeoff 1 data set. It's got it on takeoff 2. And a flex. Let's do flex. Okay. Takeoff initiate is winds at 273 at 13. Conditions dry.
Clearance United 219 requesting IFR clearance to Halifax.
I'll grab that clearance. Give me just a minute.
JFK clearance United 219 requesting IFR clearance to Halifax.
I'll have your clearance in just a second.
Okay, now let's go to takeoff performance. 273.13. 10 is 2.0. Ah, that's wrong. And QNH is 2980. Throttle is 192. Brian, can you get our pushback and start clearance, please?
I can't handle that unless I'm in charge of comms.
Brian, you're in charge of all comms.
I'll handle the comms now, requesting pushback and start clearance.
Hey, Captain, let me know where you want this thing.
5,000, expect 16,000, 10,000, departure on 527 squawk 3623, departing runway 22 left, Air Force 2.
Air Force 2, read back, correct.
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Kennedy clearance. Jet Blue 1273 requesting IFR clearance to Charleston as filed. Have information, Yankee.
All right. Looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
Hey, Flight Quest, sorry I didn't answer you earlier. Yeah, I think you did. You said you sidestepped at to 3-3 from 1. More power to you. Actually, I've got to go in tonight. I still have to
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected. Bypass pins inserted. Go ahead and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
In other words, I won't be going in on 1 tonight.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
With this aircraft, I don't mind as much.
Flight attendants, prepare your doors for departure, please. Cross-check and I'll call. Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on board your Delta flight. So in just a moment, we'll be showing you a brief presentation on the safety features of this aircraft. We kindly ask that you please direct your attention to the video monitors and flight attendants in the aisle, even if you are a frequent flyer. Thank you so much.
Welcome aboard, and thank you for choosing Delta for 100 years and counting.
Delta.
Delta. Delta.
Delta Airlines.
The health and safety of our customers and crew is our #1 priority and the shared responsibility of everyone on board. So, before we depart, please pay attention to this important message. Stow all carry-on items in an overhead bin and place smaller items completely under the seat in front of you.
19 to Chicago, ready for clearance.
Larger electronic devices must be placed in a bag. Handheld portable electronic devices, including mobile phones, should also be secured.
Keep the aisles, exits, and bulkhead areas clear. If you lose an electronic device in your seat, please do not adjust your seat and ask a crew member for help.
Just about done here. Go ahead and
As
set
we
your
leave
parking
the
brake.
gate, fasten your seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle and adjusting the strap so it's low and tight across your lap. To release, lift the top of the buckle. If your seat has a shoulder harness, attach
And
the
we're
metal tip
disconnecting the
to
tow.
the
Give
fitting
me just
on
a
the
moment.
belt. To release, push the metal tip down. Stay seated with your seatbelt fastened when the seatbelt sign is on, and keep it fastened whenever you're seated in case of sudden rough air. In the event of rough air, the crew might also need to buckle up for safety. We appreciate your understanding if our service is interrupted.
Federal regulations require all passengers to comply with all crew members' instructions, along with the posted placards and lighted information signs throughout the cabin. Smoking, vaping, the use of e-cigarettes or any smokeless product, including chewing tobacco, is not allowed on any Delta flight. Federal law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying restroom smoke detectors.
There are 8 exits on this plane.
And we're
Eight doors,
disconnected.
4
Signal and
on
pin on
each
the right.
side.
Take it easy and have a
Each
safe
door
flight.
has a detachable slide that can be used as a raft.
In the event of an evacuation, leave all bags behind. Carry-in baggage will slow the evacuation. All exits are clearly marked with the green exit symbol. Locate the nearest exits, and remember, they might be behind you. If we lose power, lights will illuminate the aisles to guide you to an exit.
It's unlikely, but if cabin pressure changes, oxygen masks will drop from the panels above your seat and inside the lavatories. Reach up and pull a mask or streamer down to start the flow of oxygen. Remove any face covering.
Requesting pushback and start clearance now.
Nose and mouth. Slip the elastic strap over your head and adjust the mask if necessary. Breathe normally, and note the oxygen is flowing, so don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate. Be sure to adjust your own mask before helping others.
Such a short runway.
A water evacuation is also unlikely, but just in case. Life vests are in a compartment beneath or adjacent to your seat. To use, remove the vest from its container by pulling on the tab and then opening the pouch. Slip the vest over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist, attach it to the buckle in front, and adjust securely around your waist. As you leave the plane, inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tab at the bottom, or manually inflate it by blowing into the tube at shoulder level. A water-activated light is attached to each vest. For children under 35 pounds, place the vest around their waist and secure the strap between the legs. See your safety card for more information. Additional life vests for in-lab children are in marked compartments at the front and rear of the plane. We'll distribute these vests if necessary.
Before takeoff, bring your seat to its upright position and stow your tray table, footrest, and leg rest. Be sure you fastened your seatbelt low and tight across your lap, carry-on items secured, and armrests are at resting position, or as otherwise indicated on the placard in front of you. If you have a suite door, ensure it's open. See placard instructions inside the suite door for opening instructions in case of emergency. Finally, take a moment to review the safety information card in your seat pocket.
As we finish our safety check, please let us know if you have any questions.
As we take off into the future, sit back and relax. And from all of our crew, thank you for flying with Delta, today and for the next 100 years.
It's really surprised me how much detail they put in JFK here. This is a custom, Nimbus custom. I was just there, and a lot of what I'm seeing here looks just like it. Like even where there's construction, really bears a striking resemblance.
Citation 5 Alpha Papa, Kennedy Ground. Taxi to cargo area Alpha Cargo 191 via Echo, Bravo, Hotel Bravo, Alpha, Quebec. Have a good day.
Fireworks on all sides here. I see that flight was 5,700 feet. That's a that's a quick stop. I mean, I don't even see a problem with the 737-800, but still, I think it's just the idea of it being so short.
General aviation parking, please, not cargo.
Citation 5 Alpha Papa. Taxi to General Aviation
I still need
Echo,
to
Bravo, Hotel Bravo, Alpha, Quebec,
get better at CRJs, so that's probably my weakest aircraft.
Canada Ground, Skyhawk 172 Delta Bravo. Taxi to General Aviation Parking.
Skyhawk November 172 Delta Bravo, Kennedy Ground, roger, taxi to General Aviation via Bravo Delta. And watch out for those tugs, they're like silent ninjas on the tarmac. Have a good one. specify what engines aside. The joke's great, but get your runways right if you're going to make jokes. You gave me 3-1 left for the active runway, and that should have been 3-1 right. But thank you anyway. I will go Bravo Delta to General Aviation Parking. Test Skyhawk 172 Delta Bravo. 2 Delta Bravo. My apologies for the slip of the tongue. Taxi to General Aviation via Bravo Delta. And remember, those tugs might not have a sense of humor, but they sure know how to cut a rug on the taxiway. Keep your eyes peeled.
It's funny.
General Aviation Parking via Echo Bravo, Hotel Bravo, Alpha, Quebec, Quebec 4. Thank you, sir. 69 Alpha Papa.
It's kind of like you got to pack a lunch to get to your runway here. Still going. Okay. Our turn to the right's coming up here. There's one, and then the next one. That's us. Everybody remember where we're parking. Alright, let's put the brake on for a minute, make sure we're set up. Brian, do the takeoff briefing, please.
We'll be departing from runway 31 left. We'll be flying the departure as filed, with an initial climb clearance to 5,000. Transition altitude is 18,000. After takeoff, we'll follow radar vectors to RBV. Then as filed, climbing to flight level 300. Weather at departure shows no significant weather expected en route. In the event of an engine failure below 400, we'll continue straight ahead and follow ATC instructions. Above 400, we'll follow the engine out SID procedure, climbing to 3,000 before turning back. For any abnormalities or emergencies before V1, we'll reject the takeoff and apply maximum braking. After V1, we'll continue the takeoff, handle the emergency, and communicate with ATC. We have been cleared as filed. Squawk code is 7637, and departure frequency will be 125.7. We're configured for takeoff with flaps 5, V1 is 142 knots, VR is 147 knots, and V2 is 152 knots. We'll climb out at V2 plus 10 knots. I think we're ready to go, Captain.
By the way, I need to turn off one of those brighter lights. My inspection light. I don't think I want it on.
Delta 4346, heavy cross runway 22 approved.
Brian, we're ready for our takeoff clearance. We're holding short 31 left.
We're not ready for takeoff yet. We need to taxi to the runway first.
Report, then heavy requesting crossing runway 31 left.
Kennedy ground, Delta 7673, ready to taxi to runway 31 left. We have hotel.
Delta 7673, taxi to runway 31 left via Zulu Juliet, Juliet Alpha.
Runway 31 left, Zulu Juliet, Juliet Alpha, Delta 7673.
All right, Brian, we are holding short, runway 31 left, ready for departure.
Contacting tower for takeoff clearance. Kennedy Tower, Delta 7673, holding short of runway 31 left. We are ready for departure.
Tower, runway 31 left, winds 230 at 13. Fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 31 left, winds 230 at 13. Fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff. Delta 7673.
Alright, 3-1. Hold on, make sure my runway heading's correct. Alright, let's give it some gas. Positive rate. You're up.
Delta 7673, contact departure on 125.7.
Switching to departure on 125.7. Delta 7673. Kennedy approach, Delta 7673. Good evening, climbing through 1500. Kennedy approach, Delta 7673. Good evening, climbing through 1500.
Delta 7673, Kennedy approach, radar contact. Climb and maintain 5000, turn left, heading 215, vectors to Robbinsville. Then is filed.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we climb to our cruising altitude, I'd like to extend a special thank you to each of you, and a welcome back to our SkyMile members and Million Milers. Your business and loyalty are greatly appreciated by the entire Delta family. For your safety, it's important to remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened anytime the seatbelt sign is on. Even if the sign is off, please keep your seatbelt fastened in case we experience any unexpected rough air.
Climb and maintain flight level 220.
We ask that you also please remember to use caution if opening the overhead bins to prevent injury from articles that may have shifted during takeoff. We've now reached an altitude where it's safe to use approved electronic devices, and a listing of these devices can be found in Sky Magazine in the seat pocket in front of you. On today's flight in the economy cabin, it'll be our pleasure to offer you complimentary Coca-Cola products, Starbucks coffee, water juices, a variety of complimentary snacks, as well as a selection of our fresh eats items and all-day goodies.
High speed.
Beer, wine, and spirits are available complimentary for our first class and Delta Comfort Plus passengers, as well as available for purchase for the main cabin. A complete listing of available beverages, as well as of our fresh eats items, can be found in the menus in your seat pocket. Please be reminded that Delta accepts only major credit or debit cards for onboard purchases of beverages and snacks. However, you can use your Delta SkyMiles American Express card to save 15% and earn double miles on all Delta purchases.
Sorry, I'll have to adjust that.
For your enjoyment, each seat is equipped with your own personal entertainment system. On it, you can view a selection of complimentary as well as on-demand TV shows, movies, and music. You will find that this screen will work best with just a light tap of your fingertip. Feel free to use your own headsets. Otherwise, if you do need a headset, just let a flight attendant know. They are yours complimentary for this and any future Delta flights.
Skyhawk 8, Papa Tango, contact
I'm
New York
bringing the
Center on
master range down a little bit and see if it'll help on some of that sound level. Thanks for letting me know that. I probably do need to adjust it. Right, we're over the wrong one. Lighting lights and our other lights off. Okay, let's check, make sure. So we're doing direct to RBV and then as filed. I've already got our arrival set in our plan. Final altitude's 300. Let's see what we got here.
Delta 7673, contact New York Center on 118.9075.
Contacting New York Center on 118.975, Delta 7673.
Don't make me laugh, I'll cough. Still, I still think mine was a little bit, like I can still hear my sound good right now, but I probably had a little bit high.
New York Center, Delta 7673. Good evening, 15000 for flight level 220.
Delta 7673, New York Center, good evening, Homeville altimeter 2977.
Altimeter 2977, Delta 7673.
I'll switch into standard on transition altimeter.
American 1289, New York Center, climb and maintain flight level 370.
Climb and maintain flight level 370, American 1289.
Okay. I'm sure there are fireworks in DC too. You see fireworks on this. I saw fireworks on the Jersey coast and Manhattan and around the other airports. That illumination looks awesome. Very well done. Look at that. Let's get our landing information together. Need a rough landing weight. Get our winds that are winds are 190 at 7. Temp is 2. And QNH is 2978. And we should be in good shape for Robin. Let's hit the DOK download. So B flaps full, and VREF is 128. We're probably going to go in at about 133. Yeah, those fireworks around NYC was something.
Delta 7673, climb and maintain flight level 300.
Climb and maintain flight level 300. Delta 7673.
In fact, we've gotten up to flight level already. It's something. So one thing, I think the Mad Dog's a little bit slower to get up to flight level. Yeah, you have a better view probably, Black West.
Delta 7673, expect the Clipper 3 arrival, MXE transition. Descent coming up in about 5 minutes. Feel free to ask if you'd like it sooner.
Expecting the Clipper 3 arrival, MXE transition, Delta 7673.
We'll set my altitude at 2,000. Should follow suit.
Delta 22, New York Center, roger. Altimeter 2956.
2956, Delta 22.
Delta 22, crossing vector to 22 left.
Delta 22, turn left, heading 280.
One thing I do like about the approach on 19 is I have a localizer, but I don't have ILS. So at least I got help lining up. Passengers are running a good queue. Brian, would you brief our approach, please?
We'll be arriving at Reagan on runway 19er using the RNAV approach. We'll be flying the Clipper 3 arrival. Transition level is 18,000 feet. After the star, we'll intercept the RNAV to runway 19er. Weather at arrival shows winds 200 at 7 knots. Scattered clouds at 5,000 feet. No significant weather expected. In the event of a missed approach, we'll follow the published missed approach procedure. For any abnormalities, we'll communicate with ATC and execute a go-around or missed approach as needed. Squawk code remains 7637, and approach frequency will be 125.7. We'll configure for landing with flaps 30. Final approach speed will be 135 knots. I think we're ready for the arrival, Captain.
Okay, all right. Clipper 3.
New York Center, Delta H21 Heavy, request descent. Descend via the Robot 3, Delta H21 Heavy. Delta H21 Heavy, descend via Robot 3 into Boston. Roger, descend via the Robot 3 into Boston, Delta H21 Heavy.
Right, and I'm really trusting BNAV to do the approach and descent. Starting to build up a little bit of confidence. think descent's coming up at about 19 miles. You like that turbo prop, I tell you. I do want to eventually spend some time and get to know it. We're actually only 92 miles outside of DC now.
Delta 7673, cleared Clipper 3, Modi, now transition into Reagan. When you're ready to begin your descent, descend and maintain flight level 220.
Cleared Clipper 3, MXE transition into Reagan. Descend and maintain flight level 220 when ready. Delta 7673.
It should automatically be starting the descent here in just a moment. I'm trying to give it a chance.
Delta 7673, descend and maintain 10,000 feet, altimeter 2970.
Descend and maintain 10,000 feet, altimeter 2970, Delta 7673.
I was hoping that it would start. I actually think he would probably do it, but
Spirit Wings 2405, New York Center, good evening. Spirit Wings 2405, New York Center, climb and maintain flight level 360. Flight level 360, Spirit Wings 2405.
attendants, please prepare the cab for arrival.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have begun our initial descent. At this time, we ask that you kindly begin to recheck the security of your seatbelt. And if you've removed any items from the overhead bins, please begin to restow them at this time. Please check around your seating area and the seat pocket in front of you for any cups, glasses, or other articles you wish to discard. And kindly hand these items to the flight attendants as they make their way through the aisle. Thank you so much. We should be landing in approximately 15 to 20 minutes.
Not a big fan. I was hoping they would allow for my VNAV to help take me down, but oh well. Tell you what, Xplane has they have the edge on nighttime illumination. It just looks so much better. We're about 52 miles outside of DC currently.
JetBlue 371, climb and maintain flight level 380.
JetBlue 371.
JetBlue 371, contact Washington Center on 121.025.
JetBlue 371.
was trying VNAV to see if it would. It looks to me like it should follow a little bit more of a downward descent, but it's not doing it. So forget it.
Exit 2064, roger.
We are, I think, about 200. 200
Exit
descending.
2064, descend and maintain flight level 240.
Fireworks out there.
Delta 7673, contact Washington Center on 134.5.
Contacting Washington Center on 134.5. Delta 7673.
Alright, we're down
Washington
to
Center,
16,000.
Delta 7673. Good evening, descending 17,000 for 10,000.
Delta 7673, Washington Center. Good evening, Reagan, altimeter 2977.
Altimeter 2977, Delta 7673.
Got it. 2977.
Delta 7673, contact Potomac approach on 119.85.
Switching to Potomac approach on 119.85. Delta 7673. Potomac approach, Delta 7673. Good evening, 15,000 for 10,000.
Delta 7673, Potomac approach. Expect the RNAV Yankee runway 19er approach into Reagan.
American 562, climb and maintain flight level 280.
Expect the RNAV Yankee runway 19er approach into Reagan. Delta 7673.
Currently we're at flaps 2 at about 200 knots. Well, the only thing I would like about 19 is it like takes you, like it winds you around and you have a final turn to line up for 19. And like I said, it's not an ILS approach at all. It's an RNAV Yankee. Just drop it below 10,000 here. See if we can get in here. We're approaching DC. I see fire. We've seen fireworks all along the way. We'll try not to make any of the fireworks, but what's that? Popo. Yeah, Popo. Check the map. Okay, clipper turn here. Our speed's down is coming down to 180 knots, and we are at about almost 060 altitude. Our VREF approach is about 133. Will be about 133. See what's going on in DC. There's the monument. There's the airport. There's our runway we'll be coming in on. Does it not make a whole lot of sense? The winds must have shifted if they're, because it seems more practical to come in on 01.
American 1728, 2600 feet.
This is right now what I'd call our
American 1728, climb and maintain flight level 220.
Right now.
Delta 4195, climb and maintain 13,000.
13,000, Delta 4195.
Okay, we're just over there's where we're actually going to be lining up for 19.
Delta 7673, turn left heading 285 vectors for the RNAV runway 19er approach.
Left heading 285 for the RNAV 19er approach. Delta 7673.
As soon as we get out of this turn and get lined up on Derrick, waypoint Derrick, we will drop gear.
Delta 7673, 4 miles from Derrick. Cleared for the RNAV runway 19er approach. Speed below 180 knots until established.
Cleared for the RNAV runway 19er approach. Speed below 180 knots until established. Delta 7673.
That won't be a problem. So we're coming up on Derrick here. See if we can get a good landing. Stick the landing.
Delta 7673, contact Reagan Tower on 119.1.
Contacting Reagan Tower on 119.1, Delta 7673. Reagan Tower, Delta 7673. Good evening, established on the RNAV runway 19er approach.
Delta 7673, Reagan Tower, roger, continue approach. Hold short. Delta 7673, Reagan Tower, winds 200 at 7. Runway 19er, cleared to land.
Runway 19, cleared to land, Delta 7673.
I tried to let VNAV help me, didn't help at all.
American 3296, contact departure.
Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate.
500. Approaching minimums. Minimums. 200. Minimums. 100. 50. 40.
Throttle.
30.
Throttle.
20. 20. 10.
Delta 7673, contact ground on 121.7.
Please remain seated with your seatbelt
Switching to
securely
ground
fastened
on
until the
121.
captain has parked the aircraft at the gate and turned off the seatbelt sign.
Reagan ground, Delta 7673.
This will be your one and only
Good evening,
indication
cleared of
that it's
runway,
safe for
ready
you
to
to get up
taxi to the
and
gate.
move about the cabin.
Reagan ground, Delta
Please be reminded to use
7673.
caution when
Good
opening
evening,
the
cleared of
overhead
runway,
bins
ready to taxi
to
to the
prevent
gate.
injury from articles that may have shifted during
Delta
landing.
7673, Reagan ground, taxi to Terminal
You
2,
may now
gate
use your mobile
B21 via
phones
Alpha
and other
Juliet Papa
handheld
Kilo 5
electronic
Kilo. Good
devices
day.
while we taxi to the gate. However, your laptop computers and larger electronics must remain stowed.
Terminal 2, gate Bravo 21.
We invite you to
Alpha
visit
Juliet
Delta.com
Papa
for all
Kilo
your
5
future
Kilo.
travel
Delta
needs, including checking in
7673.
for a flight and managing your SkyMiles account.
I didn't really say that. I stuck
If
that
any of you
landing.
should
In
have
fact, I
questions
was
regarding
really
ground
late.
transportation, baggage claim, or any other information, a uniformed
I had a
Delta
long
agent meeting
runway.
this flight will be more than happy to answer any questions you may have. On behalf of Delta Sky Team, our global partners, and flight crew, we'd like to thank you all for flying with us. We've enjoyed having you on board and look forward to the opportunity to serve you once again. Thank you so much and have a wonderful evening. Flight attendants, prepare doors for arrival, please. Cross-check and all call.
We're not going to a gate. We're actually going to we'll stop here. Okay. Let's get a GPU. Let's take our engines down. Alright, back to replay. Yeah, I was late. I was very late on that. Yeah.
Requesting 2-2, I'll have to taxi over to 19, I guess. 1.7, schedule to 420.
Uploaded there for quite a bit.
We're on frequency with you at flight level 160.
Blue Street 5329, Reagan Tower, roger, continue approach runway 19er.
I'm sorry, 1,600.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that covers it. And we'll see you on the next flight. Happy New Year.